Welcome to Thrive and Serve, where we explore how thriving as our most authentic self powerfully amplifies our impact. I'm your host, Colin Scotland, and today we're diving in to the world of AI, specifically focusing on ChatGPT and a unique concept I like to call the AI sandwich. It's about blending human insight with AI's capabilities to create something truly remarkable in business. Take a deep breath with me, and let's begin. AI is changing everything around us, changing the world, changing the way that we work, changing the way that we conduct our day and our lives. I've seen a shift in just the last 10 months, year or so since the latest version of ChatGPT came out. That has just been phenomenal. So we look at technology and the advances in the technological revolution that have sped up the development of humanity. And we look at AI in just the last 12 months and it has gone crazy bananas. It has gone so fast, it's almost a blur. It's difficult to keep pace. Now, in this, we are presented with a whirlwind as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, a whirlwind of knowing that there's this thing here that can allow you to get to the next level, to supercharge, to skyrocket, all of those cool words, right? To really change things about how you do stuff. But also at the same time, there's a bit of a disconnect because we know we can do this stuff and yet we try. So I've lost count of the amount of people who've played with ChatGPT and had very limited results. And there's a definite reason for that. And the AI sandwich will explain why and how to fix that, even if you are just getting started with ChatGPT. Now, the power of the AI that it offers to you in your business, in bringing your dream, your vision to reality, to fruition, it is immense, like nothing before. It's such a game changer, such a leveler. The AI, ChatGPT in particular, we're talking about today, it's called a large language model. It's been trained on masses of data. Almost all of the knowledge of humanity, right? Trained on a huge corpus of data. And it then searches across that data and generates, it's called a generative AI. It generates new content based on what it understands. So just like as humans, we think, we make connections between this and that and make a new connection in our brain. AI works in a similar way. So it has these transponders and all of this good stuff. Now, what that means is that we can leverage it to create new stuff, just like having another human thinking with us to create new ideas and new connections. We can do that now with ChatGPT, with AI, not just ChatGPT. Claude, Bard, all of these different ones that are popping up. Elon Musk has a new one coming out soon as well. Google's got a new Gemini on the horizon. Lots and lots of exciting developments. But ultimately, it comes down to you, your business, what you're looking to do, what you're looking to achieve. And then the AI becomes a tool in that journey. It becomes a mechanism to help you go further, go faster, go deeper. If we take the concept of the AI sandwich, then the idea of this is that AI is not a replacement. It doesn't get rid of the need for human interaction. The functional side of the human input into a process can be replaced, but the human element in that process cannot. Well, it can, but it can't if you want better results. And this is where I'm going to explain the AI sandwich. So the idea here is that we don't look at AI as a replacement. So, hey, AI, I need an email to send to my list that promotes X. Write me the email. Go. Right, go on, AI, like we would give somebody a job, right? Go and do this job. Here you go. Go. that's the wrong way to look at AI. AI is infinitely better when we incorporate the idea of the human sandwich. The human sandwich sounds like some kind of macabre thing, doesn't it? And when I talk about that, I mean like human, AI, human in a process. So think of a timeline. Human initiates, AI enhances, human refines. That's what I mean by the AI sandwich. So it's not just AI. It's not a pure diet of AI. It's a diet of human, AI, human. And when you take this approach, I promise you your results will be better. I promise you they will be better. And so that AI sandwich model in the context of ChatGPT, if we think about it, human insight begins to guide the machine. The machine then triggers additional human insights. It triggers creative spark. It triggers ideas and things that we maybe wouldn't have thought of before because we've not got this vast array of data to draw from. And then from that AI enhancement, you can bring additional insights and additional guidance, and you can refine what the AI does. So this is where initially I would liken the AI thing, the ChatGPT, to be, okay, we've now got a brainstorming partner. We've got somebody who can go, what do you think about this? How can we do that? What are different ways to look at this problem? How can we do that? And actually it's a little more than that, because AI is this new thing that now exists. It has got so much more experience. It's not experience, is it? It's just understanding of all of the data of humanity. But it's, so if we take a human, right? We live, we grow up, we experience, we fall over, we scrape our knee, we learn, we make mistake after mistake after mistake. And from that, we have experience and understanding. AI has none of that, but it has all of the knowledge. And so it's a different kind of relationship that we're talking about here. It's not peer-to-peer. It is, we are in the driving seat. We influence, we spark, we set things off with our job to be done, our thing that we're looking to achieve, our goal in mind. Stephen Covey, huge Stephen Covey fan. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, one of the best books I ever read, pivotal in my journey as an entrepreneur and in self-growth as well. One of the 7 habits is to start with the end in mind. So what is that end in mind for you? We don't just sit with chat and go, hey, write me an email. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Hey, do the other. Start with a definite end in mind. That's the beginning. Then you influence the process. So we've got this brainstorming partner that is incredibly well informed, but it's not about the information. It's not about tell me about this, tell me about that. It's about the generative element that ChatGPT brings to the table. Okay, so we have A and we have B. How can we make new connections between A and B? And what can we do with that? Do you see how that's different to just saying, tell me about A, tell me about B, or write something like A, write something like B. Now we're engaging with much more higher process tasks, and just that change in thinking alone will alter everything for how you approach your use of AI. So here, starting back to the sandwich, starting with human insight, guiding through ChatGPT, and then refining with human insight. That's the key. The AI sandwich is the key. So if we're writing a blog post, for example, let's walk this through. So we want to create an SEO, a search optimized blog post to drive organic traffic to our website. You may think, okay, let's put the idea into chat or some AI tool. There are tons of them out there that do this. Let's put the idea in. Let's get a search optimized blog post out. Let's post it onto the website. Let's watch floods of traffic come in. Doesn't work like that. So in practice, how this process might work, let me explain it, because we talked about this in one of my mastermind circles recently. And it was it's such a powerful concept. So human paints the picture of the goal, of the end in mind. End in mind, drive traffic around these phrases and keywords that bring people into my world, that bring paying clients into my world. Starting point, let's explore some keyword research. Let's explore some blog titles. Let's look for, in this world, in the organic world of driving traffic, you're looking for high traffic potential, low competition keywords and phrases. So you're looking to tap into a market, a place, a flow where people are searching for a specific thing. You want to tap into high volume of that, but low competition, because that means that your content can shine in Google if it's optimized for search. Now, in the olden days, 20 years ago or more, when I first started in the online world, I would create a website, and I would create a website in Dreamweaver, as it was in the time. Like, write a website, there'd be HTML, bit of JavaScript, bit of CSS, make a website. The JavaScript was a shopping cart, and make a shopping cart. We were selling outdoor equipment, right? Tents and things like that. Put tents into the page, make it the page title, do all of this manual stuff. And then that would be enough for it to rank in Google because there was no competition. If you search tents, this was the only thing that came up. So we would be at the very top of Google, ping, sale, ping, sale, ping, sale. As I was building the site, I kid you not, I would be building the site and sales would be coming in. That was how easy it was. The world of SEO, search engine optimization, has become so much more sophisticated in the 23 years now since those days. It really was a gold rush era, right? And then came all of the black hat stuff of link spamming and link build, all of that stuff. Anyway, this isn't about SEO necessarily, but the idea here is that the process of targeting high traffic potential, low competition keywords is still the same. So human input is needed in that process. Yes, you can use AI. Yes, you can use tools. Of course you can. Speeds up the process. But there has to be an AI input into the direction. No point ranking for stuff that's not going to convert into clients. Next, titles, something called natural language processing, semantic languaging, linked phrases that are really important for ranking something in Google. All of that work, or most of that work, can be done with AI's help. Yes, it absolutely can. But that has to be the precursor to creating content for it to rank in Google. Then when you've got that, you can create the outlines in AI, but they have to be sense checked by humans. And then you can create the content. Once again, AI can do the heavy lifting. But if you just take AI generated content, AI is another rabbit hole here. AI is an expert in pattern recognition. And what that means, that's both good and bad. What that means is if you give it a pattern, it's expert at mimicking that pattern, at recognizing and mimicking the pattern. And so this is linked to what we're talking about, because if we ask AI to write a blog post, then it's going to follow the patterns. And those patterns are recognizable. That's why these AI detectors work, right? They're recognizable as patterns of language, all kinds of clever ways of understanding that this is actually AI generated content. Google doesn't like that necessarily. Google likes valuable content that serves a need, that meets a demand, meets a need, and gives people what they want. Ultimately, when we search, we want the results that help us to get the answers. And this is where a lot of change is coming in Google's generative search that's rolling out very soon. But the concept here is universal. People need help. We supply content that helps those people. So pure AI content doesn't necessarily fit that bill. Doesn't sound like you, doesn't match your brand voice, doesn't serve the need of the client because it's generic, it's vanilla. Human AI, human input makes all the difference. Human initiates, AI generates, human refines. Now we've got something superhuman. Now we've got something AI enhanced. We've augmented the skill of the human in a way that we could never have done before, because whilst we know ABC, AI knows A through Z 20 times over and more, right? And it can make connections that we never could. So we use the AI to augment, to enhance, to accelerate what the human can do. This AI sandwich approach is a much better way to view how to get the most out of ChatGPT, how to get the most out of AI. The human element is critical in guiding and refining output. If we continue the idea of how to take this approach to prompting ChatGPT, for example, good in equals good out, bad in equals bad out. And you're responsible for that. The human is responsible for the input into the AI. And so the better you're able to instruct, the better the output's going to be. And it doesn't stop there. Rather than, hey, give me this, okay, here's that, end of transaction. It's an iterative process. It's evolving, it changes, it shifts. So, hey, give me this. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is good. Let's work on it. Let's now refine this. Let's play with this. Let's make it more like that. And in order to do that, you still got to retain some of that independent thinking in the process. You have to be active in the process and not passive. So if you are taking an active approach to using ChatGPT, your results are going to be infinitely better as well. Does that make sense? I hope so, because it will make all of the difference for you. Okay. Yes, you can. I've made a vault of 2,500 prompts for ChatGPT. Good in equals good out. And they're powerful. They're really powerful. But even they don't negate the need for you to refine, to share your input, your context, the scenario, the outcome, the patterns. Remember, the patterns are amazing. Here's a little hack for you. Go ask ChatGPT, rather than, let's say we're writing an email. Rather than writing an email, ask ChatGPT, what is the best structure for a world-beating, best-in-class email that will allow me to X? Fill in X with what you're wanting to do. Promote my product, re-engage my list, whatever it might be. What is the best way to do this? Ask it that first. ChatGPT then gives you a pattern. And remember what we said about it being an expert in pattern recognition. From that pattern, it will then inform what it creates. So what it creates is so much better. Try it for yourself. Write me an email to re-engage my list who I've not emailed to in months. Watch the output. Then start a new chat and ask it, what is the best way to re-engage an email list that hasn't been engaged with in a couple of months? Ask it that first. Allow it to give you the output, and then say, using best in class, using the best in the world, using the best possible structure, now write me an email to engage my list. Obviously, give it the context of you, what you do, and all of that good stuff. The outputs will be night and day. Promise you the outputs will be night and day. And that's where the AI sandwich really comes in, because it's human, AI, human, not just AI, give me this, serve me AI. Okay, so you are inputting, you are always having an influence on the outcome, and the outcome will be infinitely better as a result. So I encourage you to go experiment with the AI sandwich in your approach and use of ChatGPT. Thank you for joining me today on Thrive and Serve. I'm Colin Scotland. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate it, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, embracing our authentic voice isn't just powerful, it's transformative. It illuminates our path and the path of those around us. Go let your light shine brightly in the world in the way that only you can.